It's challenging mentally and physically, and it never really stops. It's always changing, and your abilities are always changing. So, sometimes you need balance or strength or whatever, and climbing is the best of I don't know, it's hard to describe, but I'm always challenged and I'm never bored.
What made you start working here?
I really liked rock climbing, and I had never had a job before, and it looked really, really fun. And because I love it so much, I just like getting to teach people what I love to do. So I guess I kind of. This is our lead climbing area, and instead of having the rope already set up, like right here on the top rope area, you have to take your own individual rope, tie in, and instead of your belayer taking slack, they give you slack. And every 5 feet, you have to clip your rope in to the clips instead of it already being at the top and you already being safe. It's a little bit more dangerous. Really, really fun. I like it. This is the chimney, and you can pretty much just you can turn around, face your partner while you're belaying them instead of facing the wall, and you can just wedge yourself in or try to shimmy up there. This is the Waco Canyon. This is our Waco wall, so Waco is kind of like a big pocket hole, and it's pretty difficult because instead of you being on the wall already, you have to actually hold yourself up. So it makes it a little bit more intense because you have to try to stay in the wall instead of just going from one thing to the next. This is our beginner wall. So normally you have to follow the tape for the set to be correct. And on this one, we didn't put any tape on it, so you can just climb however you want to. We tried to fit as many holes as we could on this first rope right here for all the kids who come in here. So we do get a lot of families and beginners and everything.
This is good training because you need to know how to move, and if you're inside or if you just go outside and you've never done it before, you need to have some idea of how to move. You need to have an idea of what safety equipment you're going to need. You shouldn't just go out and do it. That's how people get hurt.
In the top rope area, you have to be anchored into the ground, and you can only use this type of belay device. So, what happens when someone falls, it registers their weight and it locks.
Okay.
So,
has anyone got hurt doing this?
Yes.
While we've been working here? What's the worst injury?
The worst injury since I've been working here, or
that you've seen?
Oh, that I've seen. Okay, so a guy fell right over here, straight from the top all the way to the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah, and I noticed it as I was walking around, and I was running up to her, telling her to let go of the lever, because if you pull this back and you're not holding onto this rope right here, the down one instead of the top one, then your partner's just going to fall because all his weight's hanging on that rope. But if you let go of the lever, it'll register the weight again and it'll lock for them, even if you're not holding onto the rope. Of course, you should still hold on the rope at all times. But so that happened, but apparently he was perfectly fine. Came back a week later.
That's good.
Yeah, climbed again. It was nice. Yeah.
Just mad at his belayer.
Yeah, a little bit. But she learned after then, so she's good now.
She'll never make that mistake again.
Yeah. So everything's by ratings in here. We start with 5, so 5 and then point, and then usually 3 up to 14.
And 5 is easiest?
No. 5 is the number before the actual rating. So 5 just means that you're climbing with ropes, pretty much. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 where ground is. And after that, it goes all the way from 3 to 14, 14 being the hardest. 5.3 being the easiest. So it's like climbing a ladder, except you have a lot more options. So it's a better ladder. We have a lot of really cool different walls, so like right here. And then that's a beginner canyon.
After this, can I take a picture of you, like, sort of hanging in that area?
Yeah. Okay, so that's really, really fun. Yeah,
That looks really tough to just hang on those rocks.
oh yeah, some of them, but most of them are for your feet. So that's a really big part of climbing is you want to determine what you use for your hands versus what you use for your feet.
And your feet are able to get a good hold when you're at a, what is that, like 200-degree angle?
Something like that. I'm not good with math, but yeah, pretty much like you can just put your foot on the wall and it'll stay. Like we call it smearing. So you can just walk up the wall without using any feet. I mean, in this one's a little bit more difficult, but on this wall right here, I could probably climb this easy route right here, only smearing, so not using any footholds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rocks are cool.
It's really, really fun. We have a lot of cool different holds by a bunch of different companies that we have. Some of the companies have done like our Phoenix Rock Gym logo, which is like a little lizard. There's not one in here, I don't think. But they also have like little baby feet, alligators, choo-choo trains, everything. It's awesome. And that like face right there. And then we have, I think, where'd it go? I don't know. Anyway, it's like a sad face. And we have a bunch of different like smiley faces. We have like a little vampire face and everything. I don't know if I'm talking loud enough for this. I keep moving it around. Then this one's, I just call this one the totem pole. So you can only climb on one side of each of it, but this one's kind of hard because, again, you're like overhung, so you have to like keep yourself on the wall instead of just like swinging out. And then we have to teach them how to belay, teach them little tricks, and teach them how to tie their knot. And then this is our easiest route in the gym.
This is
Right
your
there.
leg?
It's our easiest route.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then there's this wall right here. So in this wall, just like I was saying with the chimney, you can also kind of wedge yourself in. Except in this one, they give you different holds for you to like keep your balance. You have to get like really, really close to the wall. There's this one time where one of the route setters only set up half of a route. And our customer, one of our regulars, he came in and he loved this route, or he loved this wall so much that he decided that he would climb up halfway and then try to smear all the way up to the end without using any handholds. And he got pretty far. It was impressive.
In smearing, did it only with your feet?
Yeah. Well, feet and hands. So he had like his hands on this side, feet on this side. So like kind of using, like wedging himself in there a little bit. It's pretty nice. But everything's really fun that you climb in here, at least in my opinion. I've heard different from a lot of gyms. We sandbag a lot, so a lot of our routes are a little bit more difficult than most gyms. So like if you come here and you climb a 5'8", sometimes you go to another gym and you can only climb a 5'7", or sometimes you can only climb a 5'9". Like all the ratings are really different. Outdoors is where it's at. Outdoors is the best.
Yeah. Kat talked a bit about outdoors. And sounds really fun.